Hello and welcome to week 5. This is the first week in the research unit and it is the last writing unit that we have. So this unit will last for the rest of our 7-week session that we are doing together. So here you see the week 5 overview. Let's take a look first at the reading assignments. I am having you review chapter 8.2. I know that you've read through it already in order to do the source evaluation exercise, but I want you to take a look at it once again just to refresh your memory on credibility and finding and evaluating credible sources, especially the CRAP test, the currency, reliability, authority, and purpose or point of view. The second section that you will want to focus on is section 9.3. If you want to read the whole of chapter 9, go for it, but I recommend that you particularly focus on summarizing sources to use in your writing. So section 9.3 talks about summarizing, and let me get down to the main point that I want you to focus on. This understand section is called Manage Sources with an Annotated Bibliography. So it explains how an annotated bibliography is put together. Notice here the annotation consists of 2 different parts. You start out with the MLA citation with your author name and the title, the complete citation. And then you write a paragraph that is summarizing that source that you have read. So you're going to do this several times for the various sources that you are needing to do for this assignment, the big assignment. The annotated bibliography is just it's an important assignment, but it's also very time intensive because you are sifting through a variety of sources and you're required to have 8 sources. And I'll talk a little bit more about the paper proposal and annotated bibliography, but I do have a separate lecture devoted to that assignment that's on the assignment page. So you're not left completely confused about how to do it. So I have some other video lectures. There's the MLA citation tips lecture, and then, as I said before, the paper proposal and annotated bibliography lecture that's on the assignment page. As far as writing assignments, for week 5, you have the credible sources quiz, which is due on the 12th of November. And then you have the paper proposal and annotated bibliography that is due Wednesday, the 17th. I am switching those Wednesday times to the end of the day instead of having it due immediately in the morning. I know that some of you need a little bit of extra time, so I hope that that helps you a bit so that you have the rest of the day to work on that assignment, almost an additional day. So that is the overview. Let's go in and look at some of the materials. Here's the citation tips video, just some handy dandy things that will help you with MLA citation. Then we have the source evaluation rubric. And this might be helpful for you as you're working with your annotated bibliography. It's kind of like the CRAP test. You have a chart here with authorship, publisher, currency, references, writing, bias, and relevance. And you can use this for yourself. You don't need to hand it in to me or anything like that. But you can use this to help you evaluate your sources to see if they're appropriate for this sort of academic essay. Okay, and then we have the annotated bibliography. This is a graphic organizer, and it just shows you how best to put together your annotation. As I said before, you start with your citation. It is, do the proper MLA citation. And if you use that MLA, pay attention to that MLA citation tips video, That will help you a lot. Then you should devote maybe 2 to 3 sentences on summarizing the source. What is the main idea of the source? What is the author's argument? What might be the research question? Then assess the source in about 3 or 4 sentences. Why is it a reliable source? And that's where this rubric that I just showed you will come in handy. Why is it reliable? Why would you use it? And then some reflection. Why are you going to use this resource? How does it connect to your research? Is it going to be helpful? That kind of thing. And do that with about 1 to 3 sentences. So we have 3, 7, 10, we have what, 7 to 10 sentences in the body paragraph there of your annotation in addition to the citation. And then it says down here, combine all the parts for a complete and perfect annotation. So I want to explain, I don't want to see this worksheet reproduced 8 times for each of your sources. This is just a graphic organizer to help you organize your thoughts. What you need to do for the annotated bibliography is to write it in a document, and it's going to have the title in the middle of the page that says annotated bibliography. The annotated bibliography is an alphabetized source, just like your works cited page is alphabetized. Your sources are going to be alphabetized, but your citation is going to be with that paragraph. And in the video, I will show you an example of one of my own annotated bibliographies from graduate school so that you are clear on what it looks like and what you're supposed to do. So this is the graphic organizer. Then we have the credible sources quiz. You have 3 attempts. It's a graded quiz, 10 points each, which means it's 10 questions. And just remember the information that you got from chapter 8.2 in the writer's loop. You should be good to go. And that is due on Friday, November 12th at the end of the day. And then lastly, the assignment page for the paper proposal and annotated bibliography. So make sure that you watch this video before you submit the assignment. This walks you through the whole assignment. However, I will touch the highlights in this video. It is a 2-part assignment. You have a 1-page paper proposal, which will contain a working title for your research paper. It might be the same thing that you wrote for your synthesis essay. Your first paragraph, you want to describe the topic, why you're interested in it, etc. The second paragraph, describe what your argument is, what stance do you intend to take on the topic, and then in the third paragraph, why do you believe the way you do about the topic, and list 4 to 5 reasons or claims which you will make in support of your argument. The second part is the annotated bibliography, which will be explained further, but keep in mind that you need to do 8 sources. At least 2 of them should be scholarly sources. So you don't have to stick to using the UC library databases. You can reach out. You can use Google and find articles that might not be scholarly. All of your sources do not have to be scholarly, but at least 2 of them should be. So you need to make sure that you do that with proper MLA citation, 4 to 8 sentences that summarize the source, 4 to 8 sentences that explain how the source relates to your topic and how you're going to use it. And then the note here again, can't say this enough times, make sure that your sources in your annotated bibliography are in alphabetical order, as would the sources in your works cited list. And use correct paper formatting. This is worth 50 points, so it's a hefty assignment, but it's a necessary assignment. And there is a rubric, so make sure that you look at the rubric. Actually, it's here. Tells you all the different things that you need to include. And I will change the file types as well as the time that it is due. It will be due at the end of the day on Wednesday, November 17th. So that is it for week 5 module. If you have any questions or need anything to be clarified, just try to reach me by email. And if you need to set up a Zoom meeting, I'm more than happy to do that to you. I just need a little bit of notice, usually about 24 hours notice, since I do have a lot of things going on because it just has started with basketball season. So I have a lot of running around that I need to do with my family. So that's that. Enjoy week 5. And as I said before, if you need to email me, go ahead and I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. All right, take care and have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.